Alrighty, everything appears to be working fine. So, it's been a while since I've been able to jump back in here because I was scrambling to finish a video over the last few days, but now that I'm not scrambling over that anymore, I've got time for this. So, let's see what kind of shenanigans await. Best to make yourself as comfortable as possible here for the time, Nightwings. The rites ought to commence again before we know it. Until then, be well. Cycle of the rites is ending. The news that Volfred and the Lone Minstrel revealed to you now threatens to disrupt the group's resolve. Who most deserves their freedom? Can there be any hope for your revolutionary plan to change the Commonwealth if too few exiles manage to return? These questions hang like a fog over you and your companions as you linger there on Mount Elodiel. For now, the exiles of the Nightwings vow to stick together. For as many opportunities as they shall have, many moons pass. One cold evening, Volfred finds you off on your own. Well, my boy, it's time once more. Come see. Volfred indicates the sky, and through the snow, you see that he is right. Soon, all of your companions are gathered. Volfred regards the group in his steady manner. As you all know, I have refrained from participating in the rites myself. This was a long-held choice of mine for a variety of reasons. Chief among those reasons is so that I might direct our plan, free from unwanted attention, both from our adversaries here and those who would oppose us in the Commonwealth. Another reason is my past experience conducting the rites. It did not end on good terms. Before my time, the Nightwings comprised 3 exiles: Brighton, Marissa, and Oralek. Little Tizo was with them as well, still learning in their ways. Wait, this couldn't have been that long then. I don't think, according to this, drive imps are that long-lived. After Brighton regained his freedom from the liberation rites, the Nightwings took me in. A story for another time, but for one thing, I had capacity to read the ancient book. Anyway, when next we earned our way into the liberation rites, Oralek was anointed for return. He had long been in exile, and his horns were beginning to show. We prevailed. Little Tizo snuffed the accuser's pyre. Thus, Oralek earned his freedom. However, just as the shimmer pool was to engulf him, she shoved him from the precipice and took her freedom in his stead. She perished, of course. Only the anointed can transcend the shimmer pool. But she thought the warnings were a myth and paid the price. She was always restless. I presumed Oralek perished too. To survive a fall from Mount Elodiel, I was left alone. Subsequently, I made no attempts to reassemble the Nightwings, knowing that such treachery, such harm was even possible as part of this ordeal. I frankly still do not wholly stand entirely at fault for what had transpired. I hold instead the Commonwealth responsible, for it put us in this desperate situation. And I resist the urge to think the rites may be partly to blame as well, for pitting brother against brother, sister against sister. Volfred breathes a deep sigh. Now I see that Oralek yet lives, at a time when our plan is already in motion. And even the stars are fading. Perhaps a signal that the scribes themselves know that the Nightwings are divided, and that they do not approve. But I choose to take it as a sign that we must act. The scribes have put us in a set of circumstances where each one of us may rise to the occasion. The Nightwings and our plan need all the help that they can get, and so I have made a decision, which I wish to announce here to you all. In the name of the Nightwings, and reader, by your leave, I would conduct the rites again. Long have my skills languished in the matter, I admit, although I trust I shall regain them soon enough. While I once vowed never to conduct the rites again, our present situation calls for all our resources to be brought to bear. So, if I may be of use during the rites to come, I shall avail myself. That's all. Now then, our reader shall determine where we are headed from first light. I wondered if we would get to play as him. Volfred bows his heads to everyone. Well, bows his head? Wait, multiple? What the hell's wrong with me? While the others exchange looks, then one by one salute him in turn. Once more do several stars shine bright in the night sky, revealing several paths for you to pursue towards salvation. So. Rides till next liberation? Yep, it is slowly closing in, isn't it? So, we've taken on the Tempers, the Dissidents, and the Chastity. I'm guessing we'll end up facing against pretty much all of them at some point. So, given the circumstances, who would I prefer to deal with next? Well, given that I've just weakened Udmilti a decent amount, perhaps I don't need to worry about that bunch. Let's see. Accusers. I never did get a chance to actually face the Accusers. I wonder why the Accusers are considered above the Pyre Hearts. Curious. But, where should I go? Let's go mess with the Accusers. Very well then, reader. Once more you shall face Lendel and the Accusers when next the stars align. We may set course for the Ridge of Goal at dawn. For now, please get some rest in the remaining dark of night. More in here. Final afterward. A list of terms which... Okay, so this is just an index of sorts by the looks of it. Index for pretty much everything, as far as I can tell. Oh man, how far does this go? Yeah, they really did think about everything when it comes to these terms. Anything due from you? Probably not. I think I've heard pretty much all that I could hear from you anyway. Alright, so Volfred is... Whoa. So, short version, bring him to bear on the rights. That could be fun. For now, though.
I do so hate to thusly contact you, O reader.
Huh?
Yet an awful rumor reached me recently that you have within your retinue a traitor to the Nightwings and the Commonwealth alike. But you would never harbor such a traitor, now would you? I trust your time within the downside would have taught you that.
How would you... Who would you be referring to, though? You rise after a fitful night of slumber. Somehow the voice, which thus far has reached you only in the rites, has found its way into your sleep as well. You shake free of it. The time at Moonlight Alcove has made everyone restless. The group is eager to set forth at your command. And let us be off. And let's hope I still remember how to play this game. Over here. As the wagon soars above the skies above Wakingwood, you notice Volfred appears lost in thought. You cannot sense straight away what he is thinking. Don't mind me, reader. It is simply that being here in this vicinity brings back a lot of memories, gives me much to ponder. I hid within those woods for many, many years, making preparations for our plan. I cast aside my raiments and became untraceable. There I waited for the plan to germinate. So, it means a lot now to be here above that place at last. Quite the view, wouldn't you say, my boy? Fair enough. Your flight takes you near to where you breach past Stormwall into Deathless Tempest. With the climate and the downside intensifying, you wonder if the storm has spilled forth from its confines and started to ravage other regions of the land. Alright, so I'm pretty sure I went down there last time, so we'll head to Hollowroot. What's over here? You soar near to the borders of the Sandfolds, where your companions first found you in the downside long ago. There's nothing for you there, and you wish to never see it again. Your senses guide you to a scrying pool somewhere in the windswept fields of Hollowroot, and you look upon the waters. Soon you experience a vision of Dulbert, who stood against Ignarius and the Tempers in his most recent rite. Ignarius, we thank you and the Tempers for an honorable contest. You might want to shut your mouth there, Dulbert. Good thing for you these rites make me play nice. We understand the rites create ill will. May all of you yet find the path toward enlightenment. Until we meet again. The vision fades. It seems the fate prevailed against the Tempers sometime not long ago, gaining the favor of the scribes. You wonder where their paths have taken them since as you return to the Black Wagon to pursue your vocations. This afternoon you feel especially drawn to the Book of Rites, and find a place to look upon its words. Through greater understanding comes the reader's influence. There we go. A little something for everyone. It's proved useful so far. I feel like I've been back to this ridge more than well, I feel like I've been coming back to the same ones for too long. I should really start writing down which ones I've visited. The wagon comes to a sudden stop after a near miss with someone or something that got right in its path. At first you see no sign of whomever or whatever it was, but then a voice rings out from off the side of your path. The friendly yet somehow aggravating tone leaves little room for question as to who it is. Hey guys, so maybe watch where you're going a bit more next time, I guess? Must have scared Dad half to death, I mean, just look at him. But it's good running into you like this because I got for you a real special deal. We got some pretty out there stuff on hand, and it's been slowing us a bit, to be completely honest here. Something about him, I don't know, but Dad just hasn't been himself. But once we open shop by these little numbers, they're gonna go flying off the shelves. And you can have first dibs. All you gotta do is give us a lift, cause you're headed to the Ridge of Coal, right? Just drop us off and you get there, okay? The Black Wagon does not provide for you the most spacious accommodations, but it may have enough room for Falcon Ron, barely, at least for the short remainder of your trip. On the other hand, you sense a troubling energy from whatever strange artifacts he is transporting right now and wonder whether you should get involved. Let's take the risk. Though your fellow exiles exchange cautious looks, you invite Falcon Ron to climb aboard. Oh great, thanks guys. I'll just squeeze right in. He does not. Dad, come on, put your back into it already! Eventually Falcon Ron manages to get on board as you prepare to set forth again. And we're gonna hear his mumbling the whole way up. After what felt like an interminable trip during which Falcon Ron did not even once to speak of matters relevant only to him, you reach your destination. Anyways, thanks guys. Remember what I said, these thingers I got here, you got dibs on them if you come visit me and Dad, that is. Now we'll be going, so be seeing you, okay? Whether from Falcon Ron's ceaseless drivel or the ill effects of his cargo, everyone is left feeling out of sorts. Whoa. That's not good. Whatever he had better be worth it. Hey guys, thanks again for helping me and Dag back there. We really owe you one, and so as promised, I got some really good in stock for you right here. He pauses for dramatic effect. Then, he reveals to you several artifacts. Next, Black Hoof, Black Heart, and Black Claw. They emanate with energy that cannot possibly be completely healthy. Nice, huh? You guys, you got first dibs on these bad boys, and I can tell you what, they're gonna go fast. Only I had the money to throw at them. Although, am I not using any units? What do I want to do with it? Do I want to do anything with it? Well, I usually don't throw the orb, so I guess I could sell this one. Ah, great, you guys. I knew you were discerning customers. Now, you enjoyed that one, okay? And remember, I still got the others too, and you can buy them if you want. Though these ones, they are really popular. So no refunds on these guys, you understand? But they are real good. There's no chance you're gonna want to pawn them off. I have a bad feeling about this. I have a really bad feeling about this. Why did I do this? No matter. So who are we bringing into the next right? Clearly Volfred, because the game really, really wants me to take him in, but let's see. Who do I want to send up next? Let's see, so you two don't have any care as to whether you leave, so I really want to you three. Question is who? Ruki, maybe? I need to work on him considerably. Yeah, it doesn't seem like I could feasibly get either of you up, so I guess it would fall to Ruki. And it's not like Volfred will get himself up in time either, so there we are. Commence the right. Here among the windswept fields of the Ridge of Gold, you await the signal of the stars. There is no sign yet of your expected adversaries, the accusers. Then the little imp Tizo flutters up to you. Tizo cautions you that he has some history with your next adversary, Lendl. Tizo seems to be indicating that Lendl has a personal vendetta against him. But before he can explain any further, the stars begin to call you. That one looks new.
Biolantheus. Silvius Horse-Headed.
Let's go with this. I think I'll be okay. Problem is the accusers of Rel are, I guess, standard for lack of enemies for lack of a better word, so we'll see what happens.
Reader, or should I say deceiver, for I detect another exile in your ranks. The exile Volfred Sandalwood himself, that cursed sap. I ought to have known he was behind all this. He has no love for our sacred tradition. Yet you would heed his poisoned words over mine own? I thought that we were friends. Then fine. Let us return to a more formal distance.
You did not give any indication that we were friends. Your companions are assembled and ready for the rites to commence. However, there is still no sign of your adversaries, the accusers. The little imp Tizo screeches something, cautioning you all to stay alert. But then, someone leaps forward from the shadows. He grabs at his mask. Aha! Caught out, you miserable beast! I knew it! After all this time, I knew you were still among their ranks! Tizo is angry to have stumbled into an apparent trap laid for him by Lendl. Silence, friend. You robbed me of my freedom, my dignity! Your evil shall be ended here and now, and you, Nightwing, shall not deny me thus again. Oh. The accusers were the ones that Tizo stopped by plunging into the pyre. Come then, my accusers, for we face against none other than the spawn of the accursed imp Howub the Swallow. Let us show him now that he is a disgrace. Tizo whistles something angry back at him. Whatever transpired between him and Lendel in the past, Lendel evidently has not let it go. Well, then clearly we must bring Tizo back out. Peter, my boy, let us confer a moment here. I return now to the rites, a tradition that I had once disavowed. And now that I've donned the raiments, the voice knows I am here. It is no matter, really, for our plan is well in motion. All that remains for us is to prevail. I shall aid you and the others in this task as best as I can. Let us see now whether these old limbs of mine are still of any use.
And there he is at last, alive and well. I know that you can hear me, Sandalwood. You're causing quite a stir out in the Commonwealth. You plant your little seeds of discontent. Know that your designs at sowing chaos shall not be tolerated here. Now, good evening to you.
This ought to be fun. Now then, Nightwings. I look forward to conducting with you all, if and when, of course, the reader calls for us to stand as a triumvirate together. Alright, what have we got on their side?
Who shall it be this time?
Okay, so... Okay, so... Anyone... So, it looks like we can't necessarily rely on going airborne this time, otherwise, as we could end up being not just merely knocked around but banished. So, what should I give you? What to give you? Let's go with... Well, might be worth focusing on your stats. And the question is, who else do I give the other one? Because Ruki... Actually, Bertrude wouldn't be a bad idea as another... Well, I don't think we need a zoner. I think what we need is someone who can be fast. So, Sir Gilman... I think that's what we do, is we give Sir Gilman one of these, and then bring Volfred out.
Volfred.
And then we give Sir Gilman this, and give this to Sir Gilman. Huh. You literally aren't even allowed to use it. Well, it's not like you can cast your... Well, actually, it might just be because you can't technically cast your aura, so that might be why. So we'll go with you, just for speed, but for now, Ruki. Unless I want to bring Tizo out. Actually, you know what? We'll do Tizo. Let's see.
Tizo. Very well.
Don't worry, Tizo. We got your back on this one. Nightwings! The wicked fiend you serve is an affront. He denied my rightful freedom in my moment of triumph. I shall never forgive him or any of you.
Commence. Already does your adversary's flame begin to flicker.
That is really freaking useful.
The orb is up. Shall it be, I say?
No! Crap! That's not good. Hold still, you misbegotten little pox. We are not finished with you yet. Tizo utters at Lettil a slew of the absolute worst in profanity. Your curses could not possibly affect me any further, you foul spawn, for you have taken everything from me already. But if I am to be trapped in this forsaken hole with you for the remainder of my days, then I shall see to it that yours shall be as doleful as my own.
That Lendl certainly enjoys a rousing speech, though talk means nothing in the rights.
Boom! How do you like that, sucker? Haha! Let's keep being manipulative little bastards. Oh crap! I forget. I need to... Crap, should have jumped. There we go. I don't normally throw, but I'll definitely take it.
Good.
Haha!
The night wings shall prevail in this strait. Seize the orb.
Couldn't hit spacebar fast enough.
This is the road to ruin. Lendl banished.
Crap. Did not think that one through. I didn't think a lot of these through.
Now take it. Righteous fire.
Okay, I need to hit it once more with Volfred and I should be fine.
Do you believe you can prevail in this?
Honestly, yeah, I kinda do. Haha! Alright, one more, one more!
No more than a lick of flame remains.
Oh, fuck.
And it is done.
Ah. So close, so close. Let's try that again. Right idea. Didn't exactly plan it very well, though.
Who shall besmirch the Nightwing's name?
Not actually, that jewel band did have a use for me, so I will go for it.
Rookie. Tizo. Very well. Now begin. Banished in an instant. The Night Wings assert themselves thusly.
There we go. Alright, there's part one. Haha!
The purified flame. That Lendl certainly enjoys a rousing speech. They'll talk barely. Best not get overconfident, Nightwings.
Oh.
Oh, poor Rookie.
There we go. Oh, man. Haha! I can't believe I got away with that. Crap!
There's a proper dousing.
Haha!
Splendid.
Haha!
Poof goes Lendl.
There we go.
Grace. Once more like that, and we are finished here.
Ah, crap.
The orb, take it.
Goodbye.
And it is done. The Night Wings prevail. Alas, that their adversaries failed to stop them.
So I guess
It's done.
Tizo was very pleased that you prevailed, but wishes to make a quick exit at this time. Blast! Where did he go? Where did he go? Infernal imp. It is a monster in disguise. A fiend! Come forth to torment me until the day I die! Lendl storms off in a fit of anger. Tizo reappears once the coast is clear and expresses his gratitude again. What Lendl said before, if Tizo truly is a descendant of Haub the Swallow, then he has quite the legacy to live up to.
The 8 scribes bless us with their ways. That Beaufred always was a little slow to pick things up.
It's been a while since my last outing on the rights, begging for your continued patience as I recollect the way. Let's see. So, built-in safety net, or... That doesn't prevent people from jumping in, though. I feel like I want to focus on the sapling.
Wisdom of old 100 mines. Until the next right.
There we go. Back at the Black Wagon, you are taking some time to recover after triumphing over accusers with great prowess when Volfred approaches. The Nightwings are in capable hands these days, my boy. Thank you for your continued efforts, given all the challenges we face. The rights may be ending, but we still have time to achieve our plan, especially if you continue to prevail like that. Come, let us see whom we shall square against when next the stars align. The stars yet shine for you, revealing various paths forward. Alright. Alright, I think I've been to Lou a decent number of times. Actually, I've been to all these decent number of times. Yeah, it's the ones down here that I've been neglecting. Let's give the Tempers something to worry about, because, let's see. Yeah, it's not like I can really disrupt them too much apart from what I've already done. It looks like I'm up against... Yeah, it looks like I'm up against these guys no matter what, so... May as well go here. Again, we are to face the demon Ignarius and his brutes, the Tempers. He is living proof of how the rights favor of raw strength of will and body. Wolfert then offers you such details as he knows of your next adversary. Ignarius, a longtime resident of the Downside, as evidenced by his appearance. The strongest of the Tempers, he has waited years to earn his freedom. Born to a middling Commonwealth family, he got into trouble early and often, but found his calling in the Commonwealth's not entirely legal red light district. There he took many jobs, most involving his sheer size. Most notably, he was a bouncer at the Starry Eight, where he came to symbolize its reputation. One day, a particularly belligerent guest got under his skin, so he gave him a tremendous thrashing. The club clientele all gave a cheer. However, this guest turned out to be a wealthy chamberlain who then exploited his connections to have Ignarius arrested and then exiled. This was 14 years ago. In the downside, Ignarius dropped his given name as is sometimes the custom, and survived alone through his tenacity and strength. In time, he drew the notice of the Tempers, who revealed to him the rights, recruited him into their ranks, and let him work his way up. Now at last, it is his turn. Ignarius struggles to return to a place that wants nothing to do with somebody like him. He should never have been exiled. Anyway, my boy, I'm off to rest. You wish a good night to Volfred. Your travels should continue at first light. Oh wow, decent amount. Tizo would seem somewhat less cheerful since his run-in with Lendel and the Accusers. He approaches you, waiting for you to hear him out. Tizo seems unhappy about something Lendel said to him. He understands full well why Lendel is angry with him. While Tizo does not like Lendel as a person, he recognizes nonetheless that he denied his freedom. It was a liberation rite. He did what he felt was necessary. He wanted to help his friend go free. Nonetheless, he still feels a certain guilt and regrets that the rites forced exiles into such situations. He falls silent for a while. Whether the 8 scribes even intended for an imp such as he to participate in the rites firsthand is difficult to know for certain. Then, Tizo is grateful to you for listening. He knows the scribes created the rites with good intentions. He promises to keep doing his best to live up to the legacy of the scribes. He bounds up into the rafters with some of the other Drive-Imps. Regardless of whether he truly is the descendant of Hawub the Swallow, surely the scribes would have been proud of him. Alright, let's see what's new. This must be... Let's see. How very crafty of our muzzled friend Jomira that one quite so diminutive as he did managed to prevail against the hive titan called Biolanthius? The spoiler of the valley, Biolanthius did fall at last into a deadly trap, which doubtless he deserved. Crushed under the weight of 16,000 tons of beetle dung he was, though how our Jomira gathered all this stuff only to send it crashing down, he refused to say. From the hive titan flowed a fresh, rejuvenating spring, which gladdens up that valley's desolation quite a bit. As for Jomira, why, he and his legendary jawblade set a most impressive mark of valor, to which this one aspires. Impressive work, Jomira. The Accusers. The Accusers formed under Golathanian. He is a big man. He values justice, loyalty, steadfastness. Golathanian, he says that the Accusers take their name from one of his most accomplished legions, from his former military days. All among them, in fact, served the Master General at one time. They represent the stoutest-hearted people of the Empire, who held true to Mur and Golathanian to the end. The golden colors of their raiments are reminiscent of their old shining armor, is his claim. Ever shall they seek out those with the truest spirits and the strongest sense of purpose to replenish their ranks. And then this one. Zilvius Horsehead. Without warning, from the cinders and the seething rock that gushed forth from the sea and soil at the foot of Black Basin, rose the mare titan Zilvius. She broke the land beneath her burning hooves, whinnying vengeance upon those who thwarted dullness. We, the 8, we were divided then, and blinded by the smoke and heat and thunder. But for the grace of Mother Triesta Tithys, all would have been lost. With unswerving concentration did Saint Triesta then invoke the old enchantments inscribed upon the holy scepter which she bore. The land burst into starlight, rendering Zilvius in twain. Her visage now strikes fear into the hearts of her foul kind, not ours. Alrighty then. Let us continue on. Okay. See if there's anything worth grabbing. You are surveying the horizon amid the steady current of ragged rock when Sir Gilman springs forth, commanding your attention. Hark, Master Reader! By this night's keen eye, he has spotted something in the depths! Sir Gilman plunges into the waters, then soon re-emerges, bearing something new. A veritable boon for the glory of the Nightwings! Storm caps. Ooh, that's valuable. Oh, you have something to say. Sir Gilman is training intently when you approach. Master Reader! This knight was so engulfed in memories of the Sea Dominion that he failed to detect your stealthy advance on his position. Splendidly done. This knight would have been vanquished by you easily. This knight is fortunate to have you as an ally rather than a mortal foe. His kind routinely clamors from the depths of the Sea Dominion to seek greater glory and perhaps a slightly longer life expectancy within your Commonwealth. Such an honor it would be to be assigned the rank of knight and be conscripted onto the front lines of the Commonwealth against their vicious, winged enemies. In the Sea Dominion, it was our ultimate goal to fight our way to the surface, past our brethren, past the razor reefs, the strangle kelp, the snaggle fins that prey upon our kind. Sir Gilman continues listing undersea dangers and terrors for some time. Past the blood sniffers, the electric scallops, the rogue worms of the frigid current, the paralyzing nets of the far fishers, and even past the scalding waters of the glowing trench. Finally, he trails off. Yet, even despite the myriad challenges of living in the Sea Dominion, it is each would-be Worm Knight's duty to abandon that place at his or her soonest convenience. How humorous it was to learn that life within your Commonwealth had quite a bit in common with our existence undersea. It was not all pomp and glory as the stories told. Perhaps it is our lot as Worm Knights to bring strife with us wherever we should go, for even here it seems our kind pitted both against our brethren and all others. He remains silent for a while, but then... Ah well, it is fortunate that this knight found within this place so fine a company as yours. It is a most different change of pace to strive toward a common purpose, rather than strive constantly to outperform each other towards one's own self-gain. Although, to the extent we are cooperating still, this knight shall ever strive to take the lead. Make no mistake about that, Master Reader. This knight was born to be the best, just like all the billions like him. Now he is off to steal himself. Your pardon, Master Reader. He scoots off somewhere to continue with his self-made training regimen. Alright, I guess Sir Gilman's coming along for the next rite. Oak of Forest. A messenger imp with news and rumors from the other side somehow tracks you down in the murky waters of the Sea of Solace. The imp's message pertains to Faye, whom you liberated at the fall of Solium, and whose past transgressions have all been forgiven since her return to the Commonwealth. You learn that she was taken in by a well-to-do foster family, and was to be given private schooling of the highest order in the Astralist tradition. They promised her that in time she might one day have the honor of teaching the children of the Commonwealth herself. However, she soon went her own way, insisting that the 8 scribes themselves were calling her. She started wandering again, all on her own. That is, until she located Volfred's agents. Thus, her wandering ceased, and the ranks of the revolution grew stronger. Faye also left a simple message: believe in the scribes. You thank the messenger in for the report as your companions gather to discuss. She'd better be more careful, else they'll throw her right back in here with the rest of us. You keep on telling those snooty Commonwealth good-for-nothings what's up, Faye. She has the manner of a saint, that one. She knows in her heart the traditions of the scribes. Tizo misses Faye having Faye around, though is pleased to hear she is well. That one, very powerful indeed. A sorceress of sorts. A certain air about her, most intriguing. Small in stature was the goodly Faye, yet great indeed in spirit. Even now, this knight remains in awe of her. The news of Faye's liberations fills you and your fellow exiles with newfound resolve. It fills you with determination. Wait, wrong game. I should replay that sometime. You can only replay it you can only play it once for the first time. Well, you can only play it for the first time once, but Was a fun time.
Hey guys, say, whatever happened to that Fae you brought in here sometime? You know, the loopy one, frizzly hair, always handling all the merchandise. I liked her.
I'm sorry. Here's something valuable for you. Flame Leech. Ooh. I don't have the money for it, but it's useful. Only I were willing to give something else up. Unless... I feel like I'm not going to use this anytime soon, so I can make that trade. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Appreciate you doing business, and you guys be sure to tell your friends, okay?
Downside diseases? How's that possibly made? Ailments in the downside often give no warning when they strike. Those who keep moving and make no attempt to settle, they reduce the risks. The afflictions come in multiple varieties. In the bogs of flagging hands, a pallor tends to sink ink into the skin, and then into the mind. The nauseating sea of soulless north of there is difficult for some to tolerate. Very hot or very cold environments bring their own specific side effects. My coat is not as lustrous now. My fangs are long. Like all aspects of the downside, all these ailments share a purpose, to test your body, mind, and spirit. They only appear to harm. Accept them, surpass them, move on. Well, that's grim. What do you expect, I guess? It's this game. Let's give the Tempest something to look at. Once more, you have returned to the Hulk of Ores, and your companions stand ready beneath a still night sky, awaiting the commencement of the rites. You overhear some of their words to one another as you await the signal in the stars.
So we gotta deal with the Tempers this time, huh?
Indeed. Prepare yourself, elves, everyone. Just then, you observe a glint of starlight that begins to shine above, and your companions soon fall silent. Huh.
Sharks, 6 shoulders.
I don't normally banish all of them at once, so I can live with that benefit. Well, I can live with that as a detriment. Wow, that's a lot more enlightenment than I would have expected. Well, if you think it's that serious, I'll have that be the only one. Here goes nothing.
The stars align, you exiles of the Night Wings. The 8 scribes summon you to the Hulk of Horus. The adversaries you are to confront shall be the Tempers. Reduce their pyre to a smolder and step closer to freedom. Now, prepare yourselves.
Alrighty, here we go. Hey, look who wants a piece of us again. It's the damn Nightwings. Here to knock us down another peg or two again, I guess. Well, at least you got old Curly Horns out of this dump, I gotta give you that. One look at her and you just knew she was too good for this place. Though maybe that ain't saying all that much. Any of you Nightwings see her again, you tell her something for me. You let her know Wiggy says hi. You let her know. Not that she'll remember someone dumb lunk like me. Then Ignarius shoves on his mask. Alright, Tempers, let's give it to him like we still got a chance.
Curious.
Who shall it be this time?
Who would be good for this? I have been using Ruki and Tizo a lot. It'll be hard to give Ruki up. But for now. Huh? Oh, right. Sorry, I got confused by the visuals down there. So, let's see what they've got while I'm thinking about it. Okay, so... That's strange. Why do I see 4 in your triumvirate? Or is that just someone who isn't coming out today? Okay, so we've got a Cur, so... Jump a second. Okay, so... Focus on zoning us out. In that case, I think the best thing I can do is to zone them back. So that means bringing out... Well, I'm thinking Gilman and Pamatha for this then. Gilman so I can keep working with him.
Gilman.
And Pamatha to really give him grief.
Very well.
Oh, I'm ready for them. Alright, you damn Nightwings. Let's see what you got. Let's see what we've got. Oh, ah!
Did not hesitate.
Why did it not let me space? Is there just...
Seize the orb. Seemingly unfair.
Crap, not quite. Good moves.
A stroke of luck is all. Oh my word.
There we go. That's how it's supposed to be done.
Absolution.
Nice. That was lucky.
Her wings have served her true.
I'm surprised that worked, honestly.
Let's see you Nightwings keep this up.
Oh, crap.
Didn't see it coming.
Oh, shoot. I didn't even realize I still had a guy up. Oh, right, because he comes back if your friends are felled. Brr, you Nightwings, you've been practicing, ain't ya? What about you, Iggy? You're just a washed-up old goat. You're through. How long are you gonna keep at this? Getting weaker and weaker. Worse and worse, huh? Come on then, Nightwings. Finish it already, will ya? Sooner we wrap this up, sooner we can all catch some shut-eye and put an end to this damn day. Jeez! I didn't expect his spirits to be outright crushed.
Opportunity. Righteous fire.
There we go.
Splendid.
Why am I getting away with so much? Is it because I've gotten used to things being more difficult on me?
Go on, just once more. Such chaos.
Crap. Oh, crap. Wait, I'm still alive? Oh, not anymore. Nope. Gonna have to work a little harder than that. Oh, good move. Oh, good move. Now get out of there. Or do that. Or die.
How fortuitous.
Oh, crap. Good move.
gone.
Goodbye.
And it is done. The Nightwings prevail. A perfectly agreeable performance overall.
Thanks for the approval.
Thus end this night's proceedings.
What a joke. Losing to you lot again. The younger me would have tore you to pieces. Ain't never getting out of here if we keep on like this. Oh, now I feel kind of bad for him.
Always is there greater knowledge to be gained. Sir Gilman's not as foolish as his lowly kind is wont.
This night wonders at times about why we are here, and which forces have transpired to bring us here together. Has Under King Orez himself taken an interest in this noble quest? After banishing an adversary. I'm not good at banishing adversaries, though. Let's go with this.
Even a traitor heart like Hamatha can learn something.
Good a time as any to say thanks for having me along on this strange little journey of yours, reader darling.
Alright. Ooh, that's useful. Ranking up quickly.
Until the next right.
Alrighty. Alrighty. I'm hilarious. After you vanquish the Tempers with aplomb, there is little time for you to rest as yet. The night beckons, and the next rite reveals itself to be a vital one. It is already time, reader. Come see for yourself. The coldness of the season now presents to us another chance. He heads out straight away, and you follow in turn. Indeed, among the remaining stars, you see one with which you are familiar now burns ever brightly. Slowly but surely, we're coming to the end. And we're up against Hamatha. Alright. Already are the Nightwings summoned back to Mount Elodiel. Picture the rites as a wheel broken free from a black wagon. It is turning uncontrollably, and soon shall reach a sudden stop. We should have several chances left for someone to get free. Either us, or else our adversaries. But not both. What is at stake each time is further complicated now. I must admit, knowing that we have so few opportunities remaining. Those whom we send back into the Commonwealth. Should our plans somehow fail, they may look back upon their exile with fondness. So, returning to the Commonwealth is not inherently a mercy, I don't think. Moreover, there are also those among us whom we can count on to prevail in the rites. We need them on the Nightwings just as much as we need them in the Commonwealth. We cannot simply grow our numbers here, given the circumstances. And so, who stays, who goes, these choices affect us all. No pressure there, my boy. Now, I don't know about you, but I shall go and take my leave for now. Let us set forth again at daybreak. Anything new from you? Nope. What's new here? Oh, right. Much can be learned of bravery from the tale of Hawub the Swallow, the imp who alone felled the muscular and altogether terrifying bone titan called Shaxx Six Shoulders. Six Shoulders sat listless, his appalling frame refusing to be budged. None dared approach the withered fiend, whose plague had spread half across the valley floor. Undeterred, Hawub sprang into action whilst we but watched. The little one, he flew into the gaping maw of Shaxx and lodged himself inside the monster's throat. Shaxx began then to cough and cough and cough until the valley shook. Six Shoulders breathed his last and fell. His putrid flesh then fizzled and was gone. Yet our imp friend remained. Jeez.
Wait, there's more? Ah, the Tempers. Myrrh, the Horned One, formed the Tempers upon his own ideals. Ingrained in this triumvirate are basic truths about the dual roles of strength and gentleness. The Horned One. He has a dualistic nature for as long as he and I consider each a friend. The stories I am told about Myrrh's youth describe no one I know. All of us are capable of more. I was once an imp that could not write. Myrrh once was a man that could not think. The Tempers once were ordinary folk. Now they rise to greatness, always striving, never overreaching. They are not like Myrrh himself. Rather, they are what Myrrh wished he could be. Curious. You find Sir Gilman searching intently for something or other, his eyes shut tight, his brow furrowed in deep concentration. He acknowledges your presence in the most minimal way possible, and continues scanning the environment. You shall have to forgive this knight's impertinence to you, Master Rita, for he is on the hunt at this time. Using his acute sense of hearing, which is much more acute whilst underwater, but shall have to suffice in this case, he shall track down a most elusive character. A character who has eluded this knight time and time again, and from whom this knight seeks to learn still superior evasive strategies, applicable when next he may conduct the rites. Hold! Is that... You have no idea who he is referring to. When... Stick it up, worm! You're caught out! Could have wrung your neck just now, you know. Ah! This knight has failed again! Alas, Master Ruki, once more you have outwitted this poor knight and outmaneuvered him. Please, you must reveal the secret to your speed and cunning. Take it easy, chum. You're not half bad yourself. Besides, I was getting pretty sick of running circles around all those slowpokes before you showed up while we were out at sea. Do you truly mean that, Master Ruki? But no, it cannot be. For this knight has never seen anyone as deft and fleet of foot as you. Certainly it must be advantageous to possess 4 feet, whilst this knight has but 1, if so may be called. And yet, we are all born with necessary means, and we must all make do. Look, chum, you gotta stop being so hard on yourself already. You ever thought maybe you ought to give yourself a break once in a while? Never! This knight deserves no break, not while there is honor to be gained. He is merely a worm, one of roughly 8 billion of his kind. Thus, he must strive to be remarkable, and to exceed what is expected of him. Guess what, chum? You went and did that already. I thought all you Sea Dominion types were just a bunch of meatheads who didn't care for nothing but a fight. But you've been downright decent. Even made me break a sweat a couple times out there, when I thought maybe we got somebody quicker on his foot than me. Point I'm trying to make is, it's been good having you with us. I always say, it's worth having someone quick around to keep you on your toes. For a moment, you wonder if Sir Gilman is about to weep. Sensing the same, Ruki immediately changes the subject. Now, come on, you want to go another round or what? There's some good hiding spots outside where I can show you how we curs get the drop on unwary passersby, in a very honorable way. This knight would be most honored, Master Ruki. As the two of them head off to further train, you catch notice of the Book of Rites there in the wagon. The rites, which so stress trust and reliance on one's fellow exiles. The 8 scribes likely did not envision Sir Gilman and Ruki in particular as conductors of their sacred tradition, yet perhaps theirs is the sort of kinship which they had in mind. That is not an interaction that I expected to see. I'm grateful for it. Let's keep it moving, though. By the scribes we gather in their name, and now we face another bunch. So, where to set down? I'm thinking we go with Pamitha. You make landing upon Mount Telodiel, where Volfrid pulls you aside while the others complete the post-flight inspection. He puffs at his pipe before speaking up. Reader, as you know, I now wear the raiment once again. That means that I myself may soon be worthy to regain my freedom in the eyes of the 8 scribes. Know, however, that it's not my wish to go just yet. It is true I could be of some benefit to our plan back in the Commonwealth, but I feel my place is here for the time being. Perhaps once the Nightwings are on a surer footing in their path, my time shall come. Those are my feelings on the matter, and I wanted you to know. I shall, of course, defer to you. Our path is not to contradict the reader's will. Anyway, I trust that all of us, yourself included, shall find our freedom. If not soon, then by when all of this is over. Having completed the post-flight inspection, you and Pamitha visit the monument of Gold Golathanian, here in the Emperor's Fall. I have to hand it to you, Pamitha. You have a real gift of getting yourself into one bad situation after another. Now here you are, praying to the dead to bring the stars back. Is that it? Maybe you'll get out of here this time. Things might even be worse back home. Soon she has finished paying her respects. You return to the wagon in silence, feeling as though Gold Golathanian has shown you favor. You soon shall ascend the mountain, though there is time now to pursue your vocations. Your deepening knowledge of the Book of Rites is not nearly enough. Aspects of it still elude you. Through greater understanding comes the reader's influence. What have you come to understand of this book? Can you recite its pages yet by heart? Have you internalized its teachings? In its lack of limits, you experience yours. I don't know if that extra glory will make much of a difference, but you know what? May as well. It could easily make a difference for all I know. Let me think. I don't think I've spent much time with Bertrude yet. Let's see what she has to say. It'd be interesting to see her interactions with this. En route to the mountaintop, you pass by a monument to Luz Glorian, and Bertrude happens to take notice. The ancient gods who flit among the stars, grant thy boon on sandalwood, if one is to be granted, for he shall put it to good use. He seems to still believe in ye, to some extent at least, thus shall we do the same for now, and honor thy traditions. Soon she has finished paying her respect. As you prepare to continue your ascent, you sense that Luz Glorian has shown her favor. Oh, nice. And now the fun part. You and your fellow exiles gather at the foot of Scribe's Gate, before an archway carved of stone, where stands the Gate Guardian. Greetings to you, Celeste. I see the exiles of the Night Wings have returned, even as the cycle of the rites begins drawing to a close. The Night Wings accept this as the will of the scribes. The Gate Guardian laughs at this softly for some reason. And you, Tariq? Do you accept their will as well? But the lone minstrel does not answer her. It is no matter. Now, Night Wings, each of you, come forth and state what it is that you seek whilst crossing Scribe's Gate. One by one, the Night Wings declare themselves. You all pass through as before. When Wolfrid takes his turn, Celeste stops him. You, I see you wear the raiments once again. Explain. The cycle of the rites is ending. While I do not exactly know why, I have my fears. One of my contemporaries, he who fell from the summit long ago, he lives and seeks his liberty again. He stands against us now, believes his triumvirate to be the true Nightwings. I remember well the contemporary whom you mean. Then the Nightwings stand divided. Yes, and so I wear the raiments once again, in case that it may help to right this wrong. For I am Wolfrid Sandalwood. I seek liberty for each of us, so that one day we all might stand shoulder to shoulder on the other side, and bring our freedom to the people there. She considers Wolfred's words for a moment. I see. Then move along. The Guardian of Scribe's Gate regards you all, and then she beckons you onward. The 8 scribes bid the Nightwings welcome. Go forth with glory. Celeste? What is it, Tariq? The will of the scribes. Long have we both followed it, I think you would agree. In equal measure has it drawn us close as separated us. But if the aim is now to keep us apart, for another age or longer then, no, I do not accept their will. You blaspheme, Tariq, and at the gate no less. But the lone minstrel simply puts his hat back on. Then may the scribes themselves admonish me. Until tomorrow night, Celeste. Alrighty. And away we go. Having reached the peak of Mount Delodiel again, you see the vastness of the downside all around you. It leaves you deep in thought regarding which of your companions ought to go free this night, as Faye did the last time. Wilfred looks up as you approach and smiles. I never thought that I would say such things, my boy, but it is good to wear the raiments and the rights once more. The march of time does have a way of healing certain hurts. Besides, the Nightwings of today, we are a very different beast than the triumvirate which took me in almost a decade ago. Ours was a triumvirate of exactly 3. Well, 4 with Tizo, who proved to be an exception, though historically the Nightwings never took on more exiles than needed. I have mentioned my predecessor, Brighton, and my former companions Irissa and Doralek. Perhaps naively, I had hoped my time with them would not be relevant directly to what we now attempt. But, seeing as our stories are now intertwined, do let me know if there is more you wish to learn of them. You inquire about Brighton, who you understand was liberated prior to when Wilfred first joined the Nightwings. I never met Brighton in person, but I know him rather well by now, though for that matter, my boy, so do you. He studies your reaction for a moment, then, Brighton was born wealthy, but not special otherwise. You would have no reason to have heard of him. He was exiled for negligent misconduct. I do not know exactly why, and do not care for spreading rumors. I first heard of him through Irissa and Doralek, who found in me a suitable replacement following his liberation. They spoke little of him. Doralek gave the impression that they did not see eye to eye, but he assured me I soon would hear from him myself. Indeed, as I became accustomed to the book which you know well by now, I soon began to hear the voice. Wait, what? Wilfred looks at you, as if to see if you yet take his meaning. You see, my boy, after Brighton's liberation, he assumed a new identity within the Commonwealth, and a new responsibility to the triumvirate which liberated him. That voice you hear from time to time, whensoever the stars align, it's his. He is no longer Brighton. He is now none other than Archjustice Andromeles the Ninth himself. Huh. So there actually is a person behind that voice. Curious. Liberated exiles retain certain burdens to their old triumvirates. They have much to thank them for. Not just their freedom, but their exalted status in the Commonwealth. The theocratic rulers of the Commonwealth, they do not wear masks and raiments simply for the sake of ceremony. They are not who they appear to be. Their public paths are nothing but a fabrication. Like Brighton, they once were exiles too. Brighton, that voice, he has no love for either one of us by now. He knows full well what we attempt to do. Yet, he is bound by the traditions of the rites. He shall always stand on ceremony and complain. But I think he knows deep down that he is powerless. How ironic that one of such high status in the Commonwealth should be so frightened of some long-forgotten exile such as we. Anyway, that's Brighton for you. He must have seen in you the potential to be one of his staunch supporters for a time. If that's a path you'd wanted to pursue, I should apologize. Now then, whom else should we talk about? You ask about Irissa, who you understand betrayed Oralek at the moment of his liberation, but then perished in the Shimmer Pool. I'm afraid you know the brunt of it, my boy. But I suppose you ought to know something of Irissa's past, lest you be quick to judge her solely by her actions. Mind you, I would never make excuses for the terrible choice she ultimately made, but her life, I understand, was very difficult. Irissa had been exiled for the foulest of acts. You could see it plainly branded on her face. Such was the heinousness of what she did, in the eyes of the Commonwealth. She was an apprentice blacksmith in her youth, taking up the post left by her brother. He had fallen in battle on the Blood Border, despite wielding their father's own lance and armor. Her father never quite recovered after this, and had grown cruel and detached. It was Irissa who took the brunt of his fury. He expected the impossible from her. One day, it was all too much for her, so when next he lashed out at her, she struck back. She struck back again, and again, and again. When they came for her, her father was gone, and she was not herself. She was promptly cast into the downside for her crime, where her hatred for the Commonwealth only grew. Irissa always was intense in her demeanor, haunted by her father's memory. More than that,
Her chief motive for wanting back her freedom was, in hindsight, not a healthy one. She longed to join our nation's enemies, to build for the High-Wing remnants a great siege engine that could shatter the defenses of the Commonwealth, and forever end our feud. What she ultimately did to Orlek, it was an act of pure and thoughtless desperation. I do not think that it was simply evil, nor do I think that it was personal. I often wondered, though, if, in her final moments in the Shimmer Pool, she understood what she had done, and the depths to which she had fallen. For years, I must admit I hated her, but now, my only hope is that she found a peace untenable during her relatively short life in the Downside and the Commonwealth. Furthermore, I hope the life of Orisa offers some perspective yet to those of us who have not made the same mistakes. Now then, was there something else? You ask about what Orlek was like when he and Volfred first became acquainted. Volfred remained silent for some time. I was very, very sick, you know, when I first landed in the Downside. The long trip down the river must have been a little much for me. It was Orlek who found me. He could not have known of my capacity to read before he revived me. He was a physician, intolerant of the sight of suffering of any kind. Not just any physician, mind you. A gifted, highly decorated one. He served on the front. Back then, skirmishes erupted frequently, and those such as Orlek, they had to deal with many casualties on either side. In time, he said he grew repulsed by what he saw. This sowed in his heart a yearning for an end to all the bloodshed, so he tried to use his status to negotiate a treaty with the High-Wing remnants. Must have gone about how you'd expect. He was given direct orders to return to the front, but when he refused to soil his hands again, they cast him to the Downside. Here, he gained the notice of the Nightwings, and before long, he grew to be one of the finest rites conductors anyone had ever seen. He was instrumental in the liberation of his companions, whose roles in the Triumvirate were later filled by Orisa and me. In time, Orlek's own opportunity for freedom had come up. He longed for it, so that with his exalted status, he might stand a better chance of negotiating peace. However, on the evening of his liberation, well, you know the story from that point. Volfred breathes a heavy sigh. He and I were kindred spirits for a while. I could not bear to think that he was gone. And now, I still cannot entirely believe that he is back. He is our adversary now, transformed, grown cold. Still, part of me is happy that he lives. Make no mistake, of course, I shall not be swayed against our plan, not by Orlek or anyone. As I have said before, we share a higher calling now. As for Orlek, he wants his freedom still, although I wonder if he still remembers why. Anyway, was there something else, my boy? You bid Volfred a good afternoon and leave him with his memories. My pleasure, reader. Reflecting on the past from time to time helps demonstrate how far we've come, yet how much further we have yet to go. Fun times. Hey guys, so I don't know what's going up there with all them stars all acting real weird and stuff, but let me tell you something. You ain't gonna find a better deal on all this stuff from anybody. I mean anybody in the Downside. You can trust me when I tell you that, okay? So go ahead, stock up. Ooh, permanence boosts. That might be worth looking into. For now, though. And even, Dad. Just look how much we got this time. Forging findings? There is a simple pleasure to be found in foraging about this place. Easy for a courtesy, of course. Though barren looking to the naked eye, the Downside has its share of semi-hidden treasures waiting to be found. It was a nose for treasure after all which drew us here. Certain types of artifacts found in this place would fetch a reasonable sum in soul, whether because they shine with inner light or due to other special properties. I have observed that stardust, freshly fallen from the heavens, sometimes glimmers in the afternoons. I have not found a use for it as yet, although because it brings me faith, perhaps I have indeed.
looks like I've seen. It looks like I've unlocked everything there, in here, and in there. Alright, my voice isn't liking me after being away from this for so long, so this will probably be the last thing I do, even if that may lead this to be a shorter session. But for now, once more you have gained the fall of Solium, where one among you may go free. But first you shall have to prevail against the Essence in the Liberation Rite. Pyre, your companions are gathered there under the fall. They shall be counting on you. Indeed, as the cycle of the rites turns even faster, so too is our plan set in motion. My agents in the Commonwealth are beginning to cause quite a bit of stir out there, and word has reached high places that the rites are ending. This is our chance, though let us not despair should victory elude us here. We shall make the most of whatever the scribes may have in store for us. That is to say, good luck, my boy. It's time. Here we go. Yet another one. Ooh, that
Dullness, the locket.
That should not be plus 3%. You serious? Alright, no matter.
Chance, 6 shoulders.
Well. You know what? It's tempting to try and mess with that one a little bit, but... yeah, I don't want to take any risks with this. Well... you know what? Screw it. Let's have some fun. What's the worst that can happen, right? We lose. I restart.
Once more, the Nightwings gain the summit of the sacred Mount Aladiel to conduct the Liberation Rite. Even as the stars themselves abandon you. Make good upon these final opportunities, reader. This glorious age-old tradition coming to an end upon your watch.
How long have the minstrel
I trust your
been there?
adversaries, the Essence, shall not throw away this chance. Choose now who may go free, should they unfortunately fail.
The pyre burns, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. I concur. The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. Then, anointed one of the Essence, come forth now and declare yourself, and pay any respects you have unto your adversaries, the Nightwings. Tamitha swoops down from somewhere and unfastens her mask. I am known as Tamitha Thane. I mean to return to my ancestral home and promptly resume my responsibilities as flight tactician of the High Wing Remnants. Our long stalemate against the Commonwealth shall soon be ended, should I and several of my sisters manage to rejoin our clan. Then our vengeance shall be swift and thorough. Your quarrel with the country that cast you into exile is beneath the notice of the scribes, Tamitha Thane. Here you shall be judged under the stars. My quarrel with the Commonwealth is all that gave me and my sisters strength enough to reach this point. The scribes ought well to take heed of how my people suffer. We are not weaklings anymore like your Triasta Tithys. We shall not fall in line with flightless fools in their naked attempts to subsume our heritage, our culture. Speak not again thus of the saint, or you shall be expelled, Tamitha Thane. Tamitha scoffs, then turns her attention toward your side. And Nightwings, as for you, the fury we shall imminently show you is nothing in comparison to the hatred growing for your commonwealth in the mountains on the other side. She signals to her sisters to ready themselves. You seek your freedom, but there shall be nothing save for devastation should you manage to return. So angry. Nightwings, your decision. On whose behalf shall you conduct the Liberation Rite? Reader, I would ask you to choose wisely. I am sure you know no other way. And you, prepare your song, Tariq. Of course, Celeste.
Whom do you intend to liberate?
Who are my options? Okay, Tamitha, Izo, and not the ones whom I expected, actually. Although looking at how things... huh. Okay. Who should I send up? I feel that Pamitha may still have some use for me, but... Well, what's the other side look like? Purely flyers. And fully upgraded flyers at that. Oh man, those are gonna be tough. So, if I'm to do this, the best thing I can do... I'm not sure how useful Wolfred will be here, but I'll definitely want Pamitha thrown in. It would be a supreme irony if I put Pamitha back up, but I think it's going to be Ruki this time. Let's send him to his friends. Good choice there, chum. Though if I get out of here, I don't know what you're going to do without me.
Who shall be at his side?
Good question. Pamitha definitely. It's just a matter of trying to figure out who else could be of use. Tizo probably. Yeah, I'm thinking we do full Fred and Pamitha maybe? It would be a risk taking him out here. Especially given that they're flyers. I definitely want to bring... You know what? It'll be Tizo and Pamitha. We'll leave Wolfred to the side for now. Against the flyers, Tizo and Pamitha are really who I want for this. Tizo is more than willing to help Ruki get home. Alright, I'll see what I can do for him, reader darling.
It is done.
One final obstacle to overcome ere I can soar again above your commonwealth. Such destruction I shall rain upon it soon. But first, let us dance this final time. Let us dance indeed.
Commence.
Oh crap. Well, that's a bad start. As the Liberation Rite continues, you sense Pamitha reaching out to you, or perhaps just reaching out to anyone at all. Reader, someone, please. Let her prevail, let her prevail. Please, let her prevail, here this once. If this thought makes me a traitor, so be it, but please let Pamitha prevail, for she is here wrapped up in all this because of me. The plea trails off, and Pamitha remains steadfast, all her attention focused on the Liberation Rite. And as for Tamitha, prepare yourself, Nightwings! And as for you, Pamitha, I await the outcome of this night, for it shall soon ensure that I may never have to see your smirking countenance again! Gotcha! I'll rise again. What the hell am I doing? I should... That was the wrong move. Nope. How do I keep getting away with this? Hark now, my sisters. Damn what the book says. Advance to strike formation. Prevail here against these wretches, no matter the cost. In disregard for the ways of rights, Tamitha Thane has ordered her triumvirate to push forward further afield, adopting even more aggressive stance for the remainder of the rite. What the hell am I doing? Wait, it's only 16 if you throw it? That's disappointing. Should have known since Glory Dive is in the name. Ah, what the? Okay, okay, she should not have been able to get away with that. What's... Okay. You've forgotten the controls, haven't you? Okay. W. Okay, that's the problem. Okay, that's the problem. You forgot how to fly. You've been so insistent on using sprint that you've forgotten how to do anything else. Alright.
Whom do you intend to liberate? Who shall stand with him? The choice is cast.
Here we go. Now let's stop being idiots. Alright.
Commence.
What the hell? What, you didn't have enough stamina to fly? Why did you get through? Crap. Nope. What? Okay, let's try that again. What the hell am I doing? This is why I shouldn't invoke... Well, this is why I shouldn't piss off the Titans during one of the important rites.
Whom do you intend to liberate? Rookie.
God.
Who shall stand with him? It is done.
Alright, here we go.
Commence.
Goodbye. Crap. Nope, you're gonna have to work a little harder than that. Oh crap. Oh, take that, sucker! Crap, not quite. No! Ah! Shouldn't have hit right mouse button. Well, I know this strategy works, so let's go for it. Oh crap, not good, not good! not quite. What the hell? How does that make sense? What the? Ah! What the hell am I doing wrong? Ah! I'm glad I don't have to deal with you in these rights. Well, in this final right after this. Ah! What am I doing wrong? Yeah, I'm definitely done after this right. Good lord.
Whom do you intend to liberate? Ruki. Who shall stand with him? Canada. It is done. Commence.
Crap, shouldn't have jumped. Yeah, that's right. Waste your time going after her. There we go. That's how it's supposed to be done. There we go. Nice. Jeez. Ah, shoot. Why did I do that? Crap. Oh, shoot. That ain't good. Come on, Tizo. There we go. Why did you let me do that? Why did you let me get away with that? That's the way for thee. What the hell? How did they pull that off? Didn't even have a chance to respond, really. Crap. God, that aggression! Okay, the thing I chose was absolutely the wrong thing to choose. Okay, good. Alright. Even the scoreboard back up. There we go. Alright, one away. Any one of my guys can slip through now and win this. And because they went so aggressive, it is done. God, that was painful.
The Nightwings proved their worth.
That was painful.
Rather convincingly, I must admit. Thus ends the liberation rite. And thus, the scribes have chosen. The exile appointed by the Nightwings shall be free. Absolved of all misdeeds, return to glory in the Commonwealth. His adversary and all others shall remain to carry out their rightful sentences.
Oh man, that was annoying. Damn you for this, Pamitha. All of this because of you. So, what now? I guess I'm just supposed to jump into this waterfall thing back here, and then that's it. Home free. Home free. Something comes over him then. Now, listen to me, chums. Don't any of you think you're gonna miss me, yeah? You're gonna do just fine. Even without old Rookie Greentail there to keep an eye out all the time. Even though the rest of you are just a bunch of slowpokes and all that. Me, I'm gonna be so busy drinking myself silly on Commonwealth stock, I'm sure I'm soon gonna forget each and every one of you. But just in case I don't, you be sure to stop by and visit me if you get back there too. Just look for Mama Greentail's shop. Right in the heart of town, you can't miss it. So yeah, stop by, say hi, you know. Not, I think I'm gonna go, so, excuse me. He drops into the shimmer pool and disappears within, although you can still hear him going on about something. Oh, let me tell you, this is weird in here. Hey, it's starting. Uh-oh, wait!
Godspeed, Rookie Greentail. The 8 scribes are watching from afar. By their grace, may the cycle of the rites keep turning for as long as possible.
So it is done.
Until the turning of the stars, farewell.
Well, Pamitha, truly did you get the best of me again. Know that your actions put our sisters on the other side in even greater peril. Not that you care, of course. Yet I am certain that they shall someday prevail with or without my aid. Think I was born to share blood of someone such as you. Yeah, had to do it. Sorry. You return to the wagon after having prevailed against the Essence and the Liberation Rite. He so wishes Rookie a safe journey home. At least someone got out of here. You succeeded in liberating Rookie, who returned to the Commonwealth in glory. We have but a few such liberation rites remaining. Exactly how many I do not wish to speculate about as yet, until such time as we can better say for certain. Under no circumstances would I suggest this is ideal. However, it is opportunity enough that our plan may as yet succeed. Although, all of these setbacks, I fear, Wilfred trails off and falls silent. Some of the others exchange looks. They are beginning to understand. With the rites soon ending, everything which Wilfred had sought, both on his own for many years and now with all of you, all of it may have been in vain. The hush spreads to the others. Not to you. You then proceed to do something that none of them seem to expect. You raise your voice. Each of your fellow exiles turn to you, their expressions asking you a question with no easy answer. What are we going to do? As you meet Bertrude's gaze, the words for the occasion begin to crystallize in your mind. You are searching to find the right words, as all of your fellow exiles are looking to you now. You tell them that you have all stood together time after time throughout this quest, and are now poised to seize upon a glorious opportunity. You tell them that you are not going to mince words with anyone here, because by now each of you knows each other well. Yeah, I figured that part. Huh. You tell them that... Let's see. You tell them that you all have struggled to come this far across the downside, through many challenges which you have faced. You tell them that you... Let's see. Oh, I see. Your path to freedom is still laid bare before you all. Your path to freedom is still laid bare before you all. True freedom is not waiting for you in the Commonwealth. The Commonwealth is all... let's see. But something far more vital is at stake. You see the imminent conclusion of the rites as a sign. It is a sign that the world is changing. You all stand poised to ensure that the world you leave behind for your loved ones, for each other, is a world worth living in. If you can believe any of this, then believe above all else in each other. Trust that you may yet prevail together. Let's see. Mere distance cannot separate our spirits. Thus do you remain together with your thoughts. No one speaks for a time, but then... Thou wouldst dare to change this ancient world, reading one, and yet thy words are tinged with certain truths. Tizo vows to stand with you, no matter where your quest shall lead. May long the stars remain a light for you, reader, sir. All the while Wolfred remains watching you intently. Then his expression softens, and he smiles. You are right, of course, my boy. We are the Nightwings. It is precisely as you said. Mere distance cannot separate our spirits. Lead us then, reader, to the end of our quest, and the dawn of the new age for all our kin. Everyone, for the Nightwings! They stand with you no matter what. They await the outcome of your vision of the stars, which burn with renewed fury, because now, the last rites beckon. The stars above now burn with what appears to be a desperate fury, many more of them than usual. Wait, we're already back to it? Are all of them going to activate? The stars are the ancient scribes. They shine together now as one. The lone minstrel draws breath, as though surprised by what he sees. He backs away and averts his eyes. This is another sign the rites are soon to cease. Few chances yet remain to confront the adversaries you have met during your journey. Very few chances remain. So, given the circumstances, I would presume... Let's see. So which ones haven't I gone to in a while? Yeah, I don't need to go back to goal. Still next liberation. So we'll still have 2 rights. It looks like we've got a decent amount of freedom in who we want and where we want to go. I'm trying to remember what we've seen to, though. Really do need to write it down. I guess we'll go here. That Barker Ashbaugh and his dissidents are frankly a disgrace to the traditions of rights. They care not for the path, but only for the glory. He then shares with you what he has heard about your next opponent. Barker Ashpaws, a volatile cur whose pack, the dissidents, conduct the rites more so for thrill than freedom. Back on the other side, Barker never quite took to the culture of the Commonwealth, and often ran afoul of the law for various acts of boorishness or vandalism. He always promised to go straight, and in time he found a certain niche, for he was an accomplished hunter. And the people of the Commonwealth did have an appetite. Barker relished the hunt more than anything, and spent his earnings on a variety of questionable things. One particularly raucous evening, Barker was caught relieving himself on the foot of the statue of the Archjustice Androboles IV. That was the end of his citizenship. In the downside, he caught the notice of the dissidents, who observed his speed, ferocity, and fearlessness. He soon became the best of them. Barker's reputation grew among the exiled curs of the Jomura Valley region, where he is feared and unafraid of taking what he wants. To think the Commonwealth's attempt to punish him afforded him a freedom that he never had. Oh, but it is very late. Good night, my boy. He wished Volfred a restful evening in turn. It is too late to take flight, though tomorrow you can press on. Oh dear, did I take away his friend? After the liberation rite, you find Sir Gilman in an uncharacteristically quiet and contemplative mood. He salutes you crisply with his tail. Glory to you, Master Rita, and glory to the noble Rookie Greentail. Long may he prosper in the Commonwealth. And in so doing, may he benefit the plan into which we have all been thrust. Then he falls silent for a time. You sense him growing very emotional. In noble Rookie, this knight found a kindred spirit, Master Reader. One of questionable honor, the greatest cunning, and such blinding speed as to befit a minstrel's tale. This knight fears our triumvirate lost something irreplaceable in him. Of course! This knight is also pleased that Rookie has achieved his freedom, very much so! And furthermore, this knight shall now continue training even harder than before. Rookie Greentail! This knight shall train on, and until such time as he is swifter than the jagged lightnings of the deathless tempest. Now, Master Rita, this knight must beg his leave of you, for it is time not for his rest, but for his training! Know that he is very grateful for your wisdom and your guidance in these rites. Between yourself and Master Rookie, you have instilled within this knight an unshakable resolve. He bows low and bids you a good evening. Yeah, I took away his friend. I'm sorry. Doubtless you have seen Black Basin, whose seething fissures yet spew noxious flame and vapor at the stars. Then you have seen the remnants of the Wrath of Dullness, also called the Locket, for within himself he held the fires and the rage which shaped this very land. The Ash Titan, he did threaten to devour us as we delved deeper into the reaches of the downside, till we at last outsmarted him. Quenched his flames we did, when we lured an inauspicious storm his way. And so, whilst the Ash Titan has fled, the sopping coward, we can see his handiwork remains. The blackened crags forever shall bespeak the danger which he posed. What's new in here? The fallen empire of Sar was ruled according to an ancient bloodline thought to be infallible. Our societies shall instead be those who earn the privilege. We, the Eight, we cannot bear the burden of determining your worth. It shall be determined by your peers, and by you yourself. We shall provide a framing, through the rites, to put you to the test, against yourselves, against your kin, against your adversaries. The downside cannot let all of us go free. Thus, freedom to the worthy. As the worthy, your true calling then begins, as you return to a society which longs to learn the wisdom you have gained along your path. The worthy shall lead. Alrighty then. So, if that is the point where we continue our journey, I suppose that is where we will call it. Actually, it has been about the usual length that I go for these. It's just that match took for way too long. Good lord, that was a lot more obnoxious than I expected, but at least it's over now. So, for now, thank you all for watching, and as for what to expect in the near future, I am hard at work on the next part of the Halo review series, but as far as this channel is concerned, I've already got most of the audio recorded and a decent amount edited, funnily enough, before the year began, so it should be a relatively quick turnover on that. So, as far as this channel is concerned, there shouldn't be any more, I don't expect to see any more disruptions. So, what I'm expecting is that we'll be able to continue doing Backlog live streams on this Tuesday, and all Tuesdays moving forward. That is the hope. Unless something should happen anyway, which hopefully it won't this time around. I'm hoping for a 3-week turnover on this video, so that should be easy enough to do with the anticipated editing time remaining, as I've been trying to take notes on how long it's taken me to do the audio and video portions just to get a sense for how long I should estimate a project will be finished. So, to that end, apparently I spend more time with audio editing than video editing, if you don't include the times when I have to go over the video a few times and make minor changes. So, that's the one. It's a shame that the audio part is the part that's the weakest in my videos. It's so difficult to get right. For now, though, as for now, the schedule will continue to be Tuesdays, where we sit down and work on the backlog. Saturday, where we continue our playthrough of Knights of the Old Republic, and Sundays, where we do co-op shenanigans. So, hopefully that continues to be fun. For now, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.